Welcome to Caliban Command. Today I'm going to cover basing on some of my Space Marines. Now, these are going to be a fun little set. They're my first squad of Hellblasters to be based, and I'm doing them as I've done many of the others on my Dark Angels army, which is going to be with a Leaf Detritus style base. I've had a lot of fun with doing these, and I am going to do so very quickly as a result of this. Now, I don't care so much if I get some on the rim of the base or on the boots. The main goal is to keep it up off of the Marine itself. A little bit around just adds to the war feel of them. It's a real quick basing style, and it's going to be real simple to execute. I use a basing paint that I picked, or basing glue that I picked up at Hobbytown, which I'll show here in a moment when I'm not in use with it. It's a real quick process. We already have one done. We're moving on to the second. The glue ran me about $9. The basing material is even less. The basing material is a handful of tea bags that I've cut open and dumped into this little container for working with. Real cheap, real simple, real quick. It is easy as 1, 2, 3 with it. I just move real quick, get the glue down, sprinkle it around, make sure that everything that's exposed was covered, and we're good to go with the next one. Now, this process adds a really good effect, I think, to basing. And I like it because Dark Angels have always had a very heavy forest connection courtesy of Caliban. I really like how this ends up looking. It gives them a nice earthy feel, as well as giving them a forested vibe. It's cheap, it's simple, and I think it looks good. If you get a bit on their feet, it just looks like they've trekked through some mud and gotten the other stuck to them. Now, if you get some on the base rim, you can go through with an X-Acto knife later and remove it. And if you get some on them, it's supposed to dry with a matte finish. So I'm going to see how that turns out on this guy in particular. but it should be clear and dry, or clear once it's dry. So, there we go. That's 5 Marines done in a handful of minutes. If you like this type of content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to talk about Hobbytown now. They are the sponsors of our channel currently, and they have a phenomenal array of painting tools. They have paints, they have models, they have everything that you could possibly need. Not to mention, their staff have always been super knowledgeable about anything that I've picked up there. They've made some recommendations for how I could improve my hobby flow. They've gone through the effort of helping me find a starting point in 40k in a faction that I love. I've played Dark Angels now for years, and that's largely thanks to them helping me figure out what faction fit me the best. The series as a whole has been a blast to work with them on. They've helped me find stuff for Age of Sigmar that I enjoy. They've ordered stuff in that I haven't had access to before. They've helped me find paint alternatives when they didn't have a Citadel paint that I needed. They've helped me find new board games to play. It has genuinely just been a really helpful crew to work with. They stock Army Painter, GW, Testers, Tamiya. They have Mission Models paints, which I got the pleasure of trying out recently and had a really great time with. They stock Gundam kits, anime kits of various types. They have the Vallejo paint line, which I use a lot when I do Gunpla to just really bring out some neat color combinations with. They have all kinds of fun in there, and I genuinely cannot recommend the store enough. I hope you guys check them out. Even if you can't find a local branch, I hope you check out their online store at hobbytown.com.